Alright guys, today I'm going to be tearing apart my canister filter to add some new bioballs or some more bioballs since they don't go bad. I've got some here and I want to put them in this guy, the big white one. Right now I have this sun filter or whatever it's called, some Chinese made filter. It's pretty cheap but it gets the job done. Right there is my Maintanence 2232, which is for the small aquarium up there. But today I'm going to be taking this guy apart right here. I really don't know if all of these bioballs will fit in one of the baskets, but I'm going to see what I can do. Now I have it unplugged and I'm about to take it apart, and I'm just going to talk about a couple things about this filter and try to see what I can do with one hand. So take the locks off on the side and just pull it up. Right there is the UV sterilizer bulb. It's supposed to be 9 watts, which I don't know. It works pretty well. I never have to use it. My water's usually always clean, but it's on when it's on. Once a week. So get this guy down here by spilling water. Here is stuff. You can see how much dirt this thing pulls out, all the stuff floating around on the inside. Right here is some syrup product. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's supposed to take out phosphates out of the aquarium water. Since I started using this stuff, I haven't had any brown algae on the grass, which I talked about in one of my earlier videos. Here is charcoal to absorb some chemicals. 2 charcoals and that. Here is some tiny beads. Forgot what they're called right now. Brain fart. But these things absorb a lot. Have 3 of those beads things. And here are the baskets. Get a towel. The baskets are pretty big for the filter, but it just holds more media. Here are the baskets and put the bioballs in. Give me some good bacteria. I should be able to fit some in there. Here's the other biological media, which is ceramic rings, white ceramic rings, and some EHAM products. I don't know what that was called, but I have that stuff. I do have extra of those things from this filter that came with it. Too much came with it and I couldn't really fit all this in there, so see if I can stuff some more up in here. Let's put this over here. And here is my mechanical filtration down here, which is polyfill, which you can get out of the store, the stuffed pillows and arts and crafts stuff. I just stuffed that in there. And I have some other stuff, some micro wool or whatever. And that's just basically what I have in there. So take a lot of the stuff out. It holds a lot of water. It's pretty heavy. And that's everything that came out of my fish tank. Pretty nasty, but that's everything. all the dirt. I'm going to keep some of this water to rinse out the biomedia, since you're not supposed to use tap water. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll be back to continue. Okay, I'm back. I poured out a lot of water, and it was filthy. I should have recorded all the stuff that was coming up. You wouldn't believe what came up. Thing had snails in there, leaves, dirt, sludge, anything, everything was in there. To just show you how much these filters can hold and what they can take up. Also, I remembered the name of the product that I was thinking of. This right here is Purging from Seachem. It's very good at absorbing everything that's not supposed to be in there. That stuff was white when it started about 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, and it's already dirty. Absorbed all the chemicals and nitrates and other nitrogen or whatever, just bad. Right now, I guess I can start putting new bioballs in there. I poured out the water, and I forgot to use the water to rinse the bioballs in and get bacteria on there. But that's okay because the fish tank has plenty of that. So, and these also have the bacteria locked in there, which will eventually spread to the new bioballs. Try to fill it up as much as possible. Well, more is getting in there than get in here, keep putting stuff in. Don't want to stuff it too much where it doesn't close, where one of these don't fit on top. I think that's all that's gonna fit in there. I still have a lot left over, a lot of bioballs left over. Guess I could save that for another fish tank. These things you do not have to replace. You can reuse them for another fish tank if you decide to get rid of them or just keep them till later. But they hold a lot of bacteria with all the grooves and stuff. But so just use that to hold all the bacteria that used to eat up all the bad chemicals. So here's my mechanical filtration. You see all the dirt and debris stuck on there from the top part. Down here you see other stuff that's black. It basically stops large objects from going through there, such as dead leaves or whatnot, from going in and clogging it. It all gets settled here, dust and debris and stuff gets stuck there. This fits into here. This filter was pretty cheap, only $85 for this size. And it's a Chinese off-brand, Sun or many other names that go by now, Tap Aqua. But it's pretty good. Supposedly it's 526 gallons per hour, but I highly doubt that, because if it was, none of those plants would be able to stand up straight at all. But made in China, cheap, I really can't complain. I'm gonna let my camera charge up now. I only got 56 seconds before the battery dies, and I will leave off where I started until I get more battery. Be right back. My camera is plugged up to the AC plug, so I don't have to wait a couple hours until the camera charges, so I can finish this now. Alright, I was talking about the filter, the Sun filter, which is pretty cheap. if you're thinking about getting something for your fish tank, I guess you can start off with something simple like this instead of getting inhams and fluvalls, which everybody said are best. They could be, but for me, being on a budget, 85 bucks for this thing is pretty good. The filter in there costs more than that, and that's very small. That's a 2232 Eco or Echo or however it's pronounced. That thing costs more than this, but I'm pretty happy with it. So I have my mechanical filtration down there to stop debris, and right now I'm going to put in my other biological. Thing is with this, you just got to get the hose to line up where the UV goes through. The water goes through from the bottom and comes up to the top through the hole, and in doing so it has to pass the UV light. Just lock them in place and push them down, and you should be good. Nope, that's backwards. Get that. Not lining up, but we'll see. I think it's in there. Let's see if the top fits on. If this can go on there. Really don't have to worry too much about it. Line it up right. The latches on here are just gonna pull it down tighter. Before I always put it on, I check, make sure nothing's loose, no major debris, anything wedged in there. My seals still have lubricant on there, so it should still slide on pretty well. And this is how it goes on. That did not sound good. Oopsie. Probably was just, okay. Was it the filter or just the container on the bottom cracking from the weight being pushed on it, which probably wasn't a smart idea to do. But I guess, just latch those down. Latch down. Put this on. Something's not right. Something's jammed. Alright. There we go. Nice and tight. Alright, well that's the filter. Got my new bioballs in there. More, or not new. And here's the UV light. Normally when it's plugged up and on, the light right here turn blue, and that's how you know the bulb is working. And that is sterilizing, which is good for green water to combat algae. Here is the, I guess, the stuff on it. The model 55 watt, 9 watt bulb, and 2,000 liters an hour, which is not true. As I said, if it was, all of those plants in there would be leaning over, and water would probably be shooting out the sides or whatever. But it's not 2,000 liters an hour. I guess the Chinese just put that on there to try to make it sound more attractive, more power. So I'm gonna hook it back up in there and get everything flowing, started again. I have the canister filter in, and I'm about to close the latch, which will open up a ball valve, which will then allow the water to come down from the fish tank and fill it up itself. So I guess I would do that first to keep the motor from running dry, which can damage it. As you hear, the water is rushing down, coming down from the tank. That's what it's doing right there. And the water level right now is dropping as it's filling up the filter. And it's gonna be a while, probably. And while it's doing that, I'll plug it up. Kind of like priming, I guess. So as soon as the water level gets right, it should kickstart itself. And also, I just do this, it's kind of like a water change to me because the water drops and I have to add more water since the water from the canister filter is not replaced it. Let's put it on out, and well, there it goes. Kind of high right now, but that's how the water is, so it's not full. Pretty strong. I will use this video as a reference from now on and how much water comes out. And it's also due to the spray bars from these hose. And the way the hose is set up from a larger hose going down to a smaller hose back there, causing more pressure and more current. But I will be back again, once I fill the tank up with water.